In this video, we're going to be doing an unexpected repair of a Sony DCR-HC42 MiniDV camcorder. And this is one of the models that I like to use as transfer cameras. And the reason for that is I'm going to go and pull the camera away real quick. And I'll go and show you the nifty dock it got. And you can see right there, you got your AV out there, you got your power input, and you got your FireWire connection on the back there. And you can simply go and set all your cabling there. And then you could go and take your camcorder like this here and dock it onto the dock. And all your connections are made. That's one of the reasons why I like using these. Not only that too, they're also pretty reliable overall besides the CCD. Because this was one of the models that had, unfortunately, the problem with the CCD failing pretty much on them. But other than that, they're great transfer cameras. Now, the reason why I say unexpected repair, because you can see there's the puncture mark. Unfortunately, my large umbrella Cockatoo named Baby, which I'll show you in the next part of the video and stuff, decided to go ahead and grab hold of the corner of the LCD, and she ended up cracking it. Long story short, I have a transfer area where I have a large transfer section where I got a few decks, a few laptops, and a few camcorders and stuff. And typically, I keep the camcorders on top where the laptop is, and then the decks itself go on the bottom and stuff. Well, my lovely umbrella Cockatoo decided to go and fly over there, which is not allowed over there, but I wasn't paying attention. By the time I noticed that she went over there, she decided to grab hold of the corner of the screen. Not only that, too, she literally managed to get the camcorder and the dock off and then flip the camcorder off into the actually bottom section of the shelf. Thankfully, it didn't hit all the way to the ground. Otherwise, there would have been more damage. But she did some extensive damage to the LC. You can see the puncture mark there and the pressure where she bit it. And then right all the way over there, even spiderweb all the way to the side, which I didn't even notice that earlier. But either way it goes, the LCD is currently non-functional. The rest of the camcorder, however, works. You see it's powered on, but you're getting nothing on the actual screen. So I don't know, she also took out the back layer, likely probably the pressure, probably cracked the board behind the LCD or something like that, because they do got quite a powerful bite force. So who knows what happened to it. It was fully functional 2 hours ago. Now it's not, but I figure I'll go and show you how to replace the LCD on one of these, because these do have a common problem where the flex cable in between the hinge actually will fail if you open and close them a lot and rotate it and stuff. And it's a common thing that you will have to replace. You could just go take the side panel off, take the screws out, get the hinge out, and replace the cabling and stuff. But either way it goes, I figure I'll go and show you how to get inside one of these. And I'll go and show you the next part, I guess. So the big one right here, named Baby, is the reason why the LCD is no longer working, because I was doing a customer transfer on that setup. She decided to fly over. Before I could get to her, she bit the screen and then even tossed it to the bottom section of the table. So it's the reason why the LCD crack. Obviously, they don't crack by themselves. It's actually due to a large umbrella Cockatoo that decided to get upset, fly over, bite the screen, and then fly off before I could even have a chance to reach her. Oh well, so now I'm going to be replacing the LCD pretty much. To get into one of these, it's quite simple actually. This is one of the more easier MiniDV camcorders to repair, because pretty much most of the screws are the same size, unlike some camcorders that they use 10 different sizes. This one here, to get into it, you remove the 4 bottom screws right there, which you can see I have out. You remove the black one that's behind there that has the clip that holds this clip here that holds that in. And then you have to remove the 1 silver screw right here, which the silver screws are all the same size as the bottom ones. Move the one right there, you'll be able to lift this panel out. And then you do got to take the front out too as well, the front nose cone. And there's only 2 other silver screws, same size, that you have to remove. And then you'll be able to pull the front cover off too as well, and be able to access the cable to get the LCD cable and stuff out. And then just to show you, they're all the same size literally. So even if you mix them up, they'll all go back in the same size. And here I'll even take those right there. I'll put them right next to there. And you can see there. That's why I like working on this camcorder, because, and let's just get this up here actually, because it's how you want to fall over. Either way it goes, you get my point. They're all the same, so the only one that's different is this black screw right here that goes behind the battery. But other than that, pretty easy to get apart. So I'm going to go and get this all the way apart, and we'll get the new LCD panel installed. So I figure I'll go and give you an inside look of one of these DCR-HC42 MiniDV camcorders. You can see the main board right there. This here, right down there, you can see that larger connector right there. That's where the LCD ribbon cable goes in. This one here is for the button assembly, and this one's for the dot connection there. But pretty simple to take apart. You just lift the panel up. There's hinges that go on the top right there. As you see, you'll see it hinge upwards, and then you'll be able to pull that a little bit away. Just be careful not to pull it too hard where you rip the cables out, because they're still going to be connected to the main board. Then you'll be able to get the nose cone and just pull it forward. Disconnect. There's one white ribbon cable right there that goes into bottom of this connector, which is right under the dot connector right there. And you'll be able to pull that out and get the nose cone array. And then you can go ahead and replace the panel. If you got the panel with the hinge and stuff like that, then you pretty much just reconnect everything back together the way you took it apart, which is what I'm going to do. But if you do have to replace the hinge, we'll go and get this out of the way. Then that's a little bit more involved, of course, because you can see there, you can see where it goes into there and stuff like that. And you got to go ahead and actually get this whole entire hinge assembly out. Once you get the whole entire hinge assembly out, then you got to take this back cover as well as the cover here. Then you can take the whole hinge with the cable out and then replace it as necessary. But since I got this whole entire panel, we're just going to swap it over, because I do got quite a few of these for spare parts. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do now. So I went ahead and dug around my parts, and I happen to have a complete assembly with the LCD, the whole side panel, and everything from pretty much probably likely the same model camcorder. If I remember correctly, the one that this came out of was a camcorder that wouldn't power on, and the customer in his wisdom decided to take side cutters and extract the tape out using the side cutters. So he mangled the whole entire transport, essentially, to get the tape out. But thankfully, I was able to salvage a few good parts like the LCD, the side assembly, a few parts even from the transport like the reel tables and the pinch roller and stuff like that. But either way it goes, hopefully this LCD will work. I don't know, because I'm unable to test it since that camcorder was completely trashed. So I guess the only way we'll find out is to put it into this camcorder, and hopefully it works. So as you can see, I have the LCD hanging off the camcorder haphazardly, because right now I just want to go ahead and test to see if this LCD panel even works and that flex cable is actually good before I fully reassembled this and commit to it. So we're going to power it on. This did come from the camcorder that wouldn't power on, reason why the customer decided to go ahead and take side cutters to the transport. I don't know what people think when they do that. It's actually a latch you could just pull and eject the tape, and then you can go ahead and unwrap the tape manually and slide it out with the least amount of damage to the tape. But some people don't know that, and their way of doing it is brute force. Just take side cutters and hopefully cut it out of there. But let's just go ahead and see this panel actually works. So we'll go ahead and turn this on. And yes, I think it works. Good. Let's just go to play. Let's see, touch works. Yes. Yep, so it's back working again. And it should have a tape in it already. Yep, and there you go. And of course the battery's dying. But it is functional, so that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and, I guess, get this all the way back together. So I'll be right back. So I went ahead and grabbed the charged battery and also fully reassembled this camcorder. And as you can see, my parts LCD is working. So now this camcorder is back to being fully functional again. And you can see there, it works as it's supposed to. And we'll go into tape mode. Okay. We'll exit out of there. And of course, this camcorder was actually functional before the LCD got correct. And you can see there, it is working, but we'll go to mode like you can see fast scans. You can see it reverse scans. And we'll just go to fast forward. Alright. And there you go. And while I'm at it, let me make sure the rotation actually works. Hold on. And yes, it does. And that's typically how it actually keep it when doing transfers and stuff like that, so you're not wearing out the flex cable inside there, but then you have access to your control, of course, and so forth. Let's see if the viewfinder pops out, so let's get this back out here, and then let's just turn it back this way. It should rotate, and it did. Okay, let's close the LCD. Let's see if we get anything on that viewfinder, and yes, the viewfinder is working. So, yep. I was able to go ahead and repair my Sony DCR-HC42 MiniDV camcorder.